All right, hey everybody, it's Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. Sorry I'm a couple minutes late. Derek is here, my son, and we got to talking and he reminded me I had a video. So here I am, a couple minutes late, but yet I'm here. So I'm going to make sure, let's look if everything looks like it's working. You seeing me? I guess if you hop on, say hey. I don't have, I'm not showing anything muted, so I'm thinking you should see me and hear me, and we should be good to go. So, welcome, welcome. Today is Wednesday, and we had a huge storm come through last night, but my area where I live, we didn't lose power or anything, but we've got thousands of people without power still. We did have at least one tornado touchdown, which is really unusual for our area. I'll say we don't get them all that often. So it's all cleanups going on and all that. So we just been hanging low, not heading into town or anything for getting in the way of the cleanup efforts. And I don't see anybody on, so I'm gonna just keep going. Hopefully somebody will see and let me know that you see me, hear me, all that good stuff. Or maybe I'm just talking into thin air, but that's all right. Won't be the first time, will it? So let's say tonight, we should have got my newsletter. There's not a lot of big Stampin' Up news going on. My life, I got my yard sale going on, and I am finding treasure after treasure after treasure. And it doesn't even seem like I'm scratching the surface, but I'm not going to overwhelm shoppers, so I'm not going to dig out too much because, I could be all the way down my driveway out to the road with stuff, but I'm not. We're going to just kind of not overwhelm people too much, but we've got some good stuff and prices are great. Price to sell, so somebody else can enjoy our things that we are not using anymore. Sale is the 17th and 18th, which is next Friday and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. In the Stampin' world, we've got our sign-up special going on right now. Love to have you on my team. That is the $99 typical price for the $125 worth of products that you choose. And then on top of that, Stampin' Up's going to give you over $80 worth of in color supplies. So you'll get all the new in color pads and markers and some paper. So your kit will be over $200 worth of products for the $99 plus tax, no shipping. They always give the kit for free shipping. Hey, Mom, can you pop in there if you can see me? Well, obviously you're saying, hey, Jill, you know that you can see me, but just make sure that you can hear me. And I am going to get started with my project. So I got a sneeze coming on. I am going to use paper scraps today. I'm sure we've done this card before, but I saw a sample from a newsletter of another demo from the UK that I get, Kayla, and she posted a similar version. She used the Zinnia suite for hers, and I'm going to use the Adventurous Sky or Take Flight, could be the whole suite. I'm not using the whole suite, just paper in the bundle. So, oh, Mom has not commented if she can hear me. Me type in the comments and ask. And then we'll go back over here to the, okay. So, I'm gonna turn my camera down and show you guys the cards. Okay, good. And show you the cards that I made today. Let's spotlight our desktop. I am so out of sorts with the yard sale stuff, you guys. I haven't done any stamping. I did get my newsletter out, but I've been working on that since last week. And then today, I worked on the sale a little bit, but I also worked on my card. So here is one version of the card that I made. Go in this direction. And so we're going to just paper piece this together. Jill version. I'm kind of like a little bit of a Taylor Swift there. It's the Jill version. Taylor's got her versions of her songs, and I've got the Jill version of the cards. So that was, and then I took one of the strips and put it on the inside. So that was one card that I made today. And then here's the one that we're going to make tonight using the same stuff that I used last week, the airplane, but today I'm using the die cut of the airplane. Last week we just stamped. So this week we got a little stamping, a little die cutting, a little paper piecing. So let's get going with that. I started, I got it all cut and ready to go. So I knew Derek was coming over, so I wanted to get done as much as I could get done ahead of time. So we're gonna put it on a Night of Navy base that is 8.5 by 5.5. Score it at 4.25, or just fold it in half. Burnish on your fold wheel well. Derek's coming out tonight to get some stuff that I bought, and we just haven't hooked up with them yet. So he came out tonight to pick that up, and I don't have to cook him dinner or anything, so he's just upstairs chit-chatting. So this got to make sure I got the right white here. Oh, okay. So we're going to set our base aside. Our layer that we're going to work on is, I'm on like the 8th. Hey, Marilyn. So I have this at like 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. Then you want to find your center. Because we're gonna go this way. Well, it doesn't really matter, but we want all of our points to be in the center. Now, these cards with this kind of a focal point idea, with this starburst, you can put your focal point, like where you want all the points to come together, wherever you want on your card. But because I wanted to keep it, like I said, semi-simple, I covered all the points up. They come to here with the circle on this one. But we could have, put it anywhere. You could bring all of them into the center, or however you want to do it. I chose to go at 5. What did I tell you? I was 5 1/8. So I just went at 2.5, and then just a little smidge more. So again, the Jill version, you'll see my points and stuff probably don't come together as mathematically correct as they should. So I just took my pencil and I put a mark at like 2.5, and then like the little 1/16 there. Somewhere around there is where you want your mark to be. And then that's what we're going to use to place all of our pieces on. So I've cut, let me strategically move all these. I've cut the strips of the Take to the Sky paper. So I cut each one of these, not the one with the tag on it. I could have, but because the back is a cool design, a map, but I didn't want to wreck all the tag pieces in case I decide to use something. So I just cut a 1-inch strip of all the papers in this pack. And then I made mine 5 inches long. And because my paper is basically 3 3/4 by 5, roughly, it's still even a little bit long. We could have probably cut them down to 4, and then I would have had a little bit wider pieces probably, but we'll see what I'll show you as we get going. So I'm going to take my glue. Oh, so I told you, we got the strip of paper. I should have saved one to show you. Let me find the airplane. And then, this isn't the right one, but cut your strip of paper 1 inch wide, then lay it in your trimmer, corner to corner, like this in the trimmer, and then cut it in half so that you have 2 pieces. And then they will, I want to say that they will lay, let me get going. I'm going to put my glue down. Now, when I saw, I've made a couple different variations of this. This card here, I just started laying it, gluing it down, and then I went just all the way around. This one, I laid this one, and I alternated back and forth, but when I got to here, my spacing was a little bit off. So I laid all these out to try and do that again and go alternate them. So let's see if I'm going to have good spacing. So I'm just going to put a bunch of glue down, and it'll probably dry up before I get to using it all. So we'll just see what happens. I might have to put more down as we go along, because this glue dries pretty fast. So, and then the pieces, I laid them, I separated them so I knew what went where. So you take your point and put it like at your dot, and then lay your piece on. And then we'll come to the other side, put our piece at the dot, and lay it down. And then slide it over to the edge. And then we're just going to keep going. And I'm trying, I don't know, I didn't dig into it that deep to know if the angles need to stay going in the same direction. But as I got to moving my pieces around, they don't all go the same direction. So like this piece here, I don't know if it needs to butt up against this one and keep this angle all going the same direction, but I'm going to put it down here, see, and I'm switching up that whole thing. I don't know if it's really matters or not. We'll check it out when we get going a little bit deeper into it. So I'm just going back and forth, getting my points close like as I can to that dot. We end up with a big old lump in the middle there, so we got to be careful on I'm just kind of getting them in the general vicinity. Again, the Jill version, that's how I'm working this. Probably there's a precise way to put all these down. Uh-oh, I don't think I thought I had an airplane on that side, not 2 of those. I think I did. We'll just flip it over and see if that works. Or Here's hoping. Look at this. We don't have enough strips. Did I lose some along the way? I sure as the heck did. Huh. Oh, we're missing a couple in there. Can we, I can't pop these off, so let me go get another, oh, I got my paper trimmer right here. What are we gonna use? Let's use a, we got a cloud there. What's on the other side of the cloud? I think I need a, I want a darker color there, I think. Oh, here, no, I need that one for the inside. So much to look at. So we're gonna cut one of these. Oops, there's one I lost. So let's see what we get with that one. I don't think it's not enough to fill in. So I have spaced them irresponsibly. Glue that one down. Then we're gonna have to tuck another one in there. Let's go with a let's go with the blue airplane one. We'll do this paper here. And I'm just gonna load it up at 1 inch. And I'm gonna cut down to 4. I better cut to 5 just to be safe. And then, like I said, we will put it in corner to corner. And then let's see if we go, yeah, that'll fit. And it does kind of matter or make a difference which direction you cut. If I went this way or if I go this way. And like I said, I'm not exactly positive if the angles are supposed to go the same direction around the circle. Why does it? I need to. But you can cut a piece and then have like 2 pieces like this, and then take your second piece and cut the same way. Then you'll have all the angles going the same way. This way, they don't go the same direction. So let's see. Can I stick that in there? Yeah, we'll be good. We will be good. Hey, Lynn. Yeah, I really like this paper. So I'm just going to stick this piece in here. Like so. Oh, geez. Now look, I got 2 right there next to each other. Okay, well, that's all right. Who's gonna look that close, right? So I'm gonna flip it over and I'm gonna cut our pieces off. On all the sides. And this one, I don't think my trimmer will trim that fine. a little bit too short on that side, so, or too long out there. Let's see if I could trim it with my scissors. That little tiny smidge isn't gonna normally make a difference, but I did cut on the 8th, so it could make a little bit of a difference. So we're gonna take that piece now, and I'm gonna glue it onto, oops, gotta cut that point off. We don't want those points hanging off the bottom. So now we're gonna glue this onto our copper clay. Copper clay is one of the coordinating colors in the airplane pieces. And then this plaid here for sure. And then I'm going to glue the whole layer here onto the base of the card. Right here. That looks pretty good. Didn't bring my brayer to run over this. That's all right. I'll just push it with my hand. All right. So now we have that. Then I use the pieces of the airplane. So there's the body and the wings, and then the little propellers are in there. I use that for the airplane. And my greeting, I use the Unbounded Love dies, and I use the bigger of the stitch circles. There's 2 of them in there, so I used this one. And I got some copper clay ink. And I'm just using, they're all popping out on me. It's like popcorn popping in the pan. I just got the Happiest Father's Day stamp. And put it on here. Oh, look it, I got my edge on there. Oh, well. Let's see, can we use our sand eraser and take that off? Probably not, that's pretty dark. So no, I will just make another one later and put it on there so that whoever gets this card does not have that little boo-boo on there. So we're going to pop that up. Oh, look, I still got last week's card sitting here. Oh, here, over here. I must have completed, walked away, and never came back last week. Like I said, the yard sale has me ever consumed with trying to price all my stuff before I take it out to the garage. But I've been bringing stuff over from my friend Patty's house, and I have not priced that stuff yet. So I got a lot of work to do out in the garage once I get the stuff out there. I don't think I'm gonna dig through all my ink pads and stuff yet. I'm not real sure. I don't want to overwhelm the shoppers too much. So now here's I cut my airplane frame out. Missed a piece popping it out right there. And you don't want to put ink or glue on everything, because not the whole thing doesn't like this doesn't get covered up. and this hangs down. So we don't want to get glue on everything. And then we got our little propeller that we're going to glue together, 2 pieces. I'm going to, now I got glue on my finger. And I just kind of glued them in an X-ish form. Probably, if you look, that probably lines up on there, but I'm not gonna line it up like that. Because I want it to kind of be seen. I want it to show real good. Put a little glue on the, and then I'm gonna glue it on there like that. I think that that's how it goes. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. We're going to pop this guy up on the front. Ah! Oh, Lord. One dimensional, and of course it has to stick. Stick to my video stuff back there. I'm cutting the pieces from around the edge, so that's why it looks a little extra mishmashy. Is that going to go up there? Let's put that on the wheel. Put another one in the center. And that's probably good. We don't need to go too crazy. And then I'm just going to pop that up like in the center area. At a little bit of an angle, he's flying. And then now, my resident creative director said he liked it as is, but we could stick some of these like nuts and bolts on there, or these embellishments. They're kind of big. Probably doesn't really go with the busyness of the card. We don't need that, so I'm not going to put those on there. Then for our inside, I got a standard layer at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I have one of the strips of paper that I had left over. So I'm going to glue that on to the side here. Cut that off. Cut the extra. Probably would have been smarter, wouldn't it, if I pulled it down? I can't get it off. Pulled it down to the point, having the point be, because now it's going to be a blunt cut, but personal preference, I guess, now that it's an afterthought. But I was thinking if I got the real pointy part down there, and then I could cut off the bottom. I guess it's 6 1/2 does the other again, right? Whatever works for you. And we're just going to stick that on the inside here. And then I did take the little airplane in the copper clay. You don't really need any more inside, but I did stamp the little airplane down in the bottom. just to finish that off. Close up my glue. And so there we go. And if you have paper scraps, again, mine started at 1 inch wide, 5 inches long, but you saw how much I cut off. So you could probably go 4 inches wide and get the same idea. Then cut them in half on the diagonal from corner to corner so that you have 2 strips, and then you just put them on around your perimeter. And there you go. That is it for tonight, you guys. How about that? Short and sweet. Done in no time. Let's see. And that's it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Appreciate your comments, your your shares, your everything. I will move this over on YouTube so that people can find it there as well. And I will be back again next week, if not before. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. Good night.